I want forgiveness of my sins. I want his spirit inside of me, and I want heaven forever. And all you have to do today is receive it. And I'm gonna give you a chance to do that before we leave, okay? So now a bunch of you have already made that decision. So Paul says, Timothy, make sure you understand you're not just saved to be saved. You're not just saved to listen to worship music and clap and get blessed and go to heaven. You're saved, and now you got a calling. He's called us to this holy life, not because of anything we've done, not because we've earned it or deserved it or we're special or we're better than anybody else, because we're not. He just said, because you've received the gift, I now have a special calling on your life, and it's because of his own purpose and grace. And so the first thing is you have a calling on your life. God has a purpose in store for every single one of you. And I don't know about you, but that's good news to me. Here's the deal. I know what it feels like to walk through this world and feel like I'm purposeless. Why does God even have me here? What's my place in this world? I don't even know why I'm alive. Listen, God says, start spending some time with me, and let me let you in on this, because I got a calling and I got a plan and I got a purpose for your life, and that's good news. Now, what if I don't have that? Can we be honest? Because I don't know about you, but I know that feeling. I know what it feels like to go, yeah, I see what the Bible promises. I don't think I have any of it right now. I don't feel God's power. Like, look what's happening in my life. I don't feel that loved, to be honest. I can't even tell if he's with me. And I don't even have close to a sound mind. I don't have peace and joy and hope. I have anxiety and depression and hopelessness. Like, that's what I feel. I feel insecure. I feel lonely. I feel lost. I feel helpless. I don't have any of these things. What do I do then? Paul goes, I got you. The verse right before it, 1:6, he said, this is how we make sure that we experience these things that God's Spirit has for us on a higher level. He says, for this reason, because life gets hard, and because your calling is difficult, and because there'll be opposition, and because you might want to quit, and because sometimes you don't feel God's love, and because sometimes you don't feel God's power, and because sometimes you don't have a very sound mind, he says, for this reason, I remind you, fan into flame the gift of God, which is already in you. That spirit that is in you, that is full of power and love and a sound mind. Sometimes we drift. Sometimes life gets busy. Sometimes we just find ourselves doing other things, and we blink sometimes and go, man, I just don't feel that close to God. All you're feeling is that flame. It's in there, but it's just kind of withered a little bit. It's like a campfire that's just almost out, but it can be revived. All it needs is a little fanning. All it needs is a little wind. A little wind on a little fire can cause an inferno. God's saying, my spirit's in you. You just got to fan it. Just fan it. It has not gone out. It has not left you. You just need to fan it. Come step into my presence. Let me start to remind you of that power, remind you of that love, give you that sound mind. You got to start fanning that flame. A little wind and a little fire can cause an inferno, and that's what we're standing in the middle of right now. And God says, I don't want you to watch somebody else be a part of this thing. I want you to be a part of this thing. I want to take that little fire that I put inside of you, and I want to get this thing blazing. I want you to experience my power, experience my love, experience what it feels like to walk in your calling with some confidence, because we got to walk out of here and go change the world, church.